So the world today is facing huge problems that we've never faced before in the course of human history.
We are at a crucial intersection. When we look at it, the problems are rather large.
From our environment and how we deal with water and energy, the ability to better communicate and share our ideas with others.
And the solutions are only going to come over the course of generations and only over the course of the work of many people.
It's the power of 7 billion human beings, and what can they do together to think and implement on certain solutions.
There are almost 800 million people that are illiterate in the world today. It's been estimated that if we could bring roughly 170 million of them into literacy, that we could remove close to 12% of the world's poverty.
You know, that's an enormous number of people who now have a stability in their lives that they didn't have before.
When we think about the impact on a whole nation's ability to have productive citizens, to advance quality of life, to have better health outcomes, education is truly fundamental. But the question is, how do you reach them?
We need to change the paradigm of learning itself. That perhaps the model of learning of bringing kids to a classroom and somebody lecturing them on something is perhaps getting outdated.
This experiment allows us to examine in a very detailed way what are the pros of technology, what are the advantages of using technology for learning.
Ethiopia has one of the highest illiteracy rates in the world. The village of Wanchi is no exception. Nobody there can read or write. That's why I was astonished when they dropped 20 Motorola tablets, preloaded with mostly literacy apps, in the village with no instructions. Within a few days, they were learning to write letters. And within a month, they were learning to speak them too. It's a sign of great hope for the 100 million children around the world who will never go to school.
Kids today are learning better in interactive environments. They are learning better if they're simply catalyzed to do certain kinds of reflection.
If you can learn to read on your own and then read to learn, you can have access to that world of information and opportunity that's unprecedented.
So it gives us a chance to see, you know, what is child-driven learning in a detailed way. If they can read at a second grade level, I wonder, you know, what about their writing skills? Can they use the same platform for learning mathematics and art?
Ethics, for a whole variety of things, it all of a sudden becomes a global learning platform for which kids in local communities are collaborating together to learn and then sharing and connecting with each other worldwide to learn.
So now the deeper question is, how is it that individuals interact with one another and learn from one another and contribute to each other's life as individuals? This is what this platform has the potential to show.
We know from the tests that we've done that this approach works.
We think we can get the cost down so low that deploying these tablets is dramatically less expensive than, you know, training hundreds, if not thousands of teachers, building schools, building buildings. But it also is very, very quickly deployed. It doesn't take an entire generation. It takes a few days to get that tablet out to the children.
The content that we are going to provide is going to allow each individual to harness the uniqueness of who they are, to become good leaders for their community, for their society, for their nation.
So when we talk about a literacy moonshot, it's really saying that these forces are completely aligned at this moment in time. You have to go for it because it's achievable. If we really bring together the right people, the right resources, we can do it. We can do it.